Hey Collective, this is Gloria Noble, owner of Sophisticated Spot Shop on Etsy.com, owner of Gloria's Unsolved Mysteries Oracle Deck, Volume 1 through 40, and owner of Gloria's Astrology Tarot on www.makeplanchrist.com. Like I said, I'm so proud of myself. This is the finishing product. Like I said, like, subscribe, and notify if you're interested. And like I said, makeplanchrist.com, they'll make your dreams come true. And it didn't cost me anything, so thank you. I really appreciate it for letting me put out some beautiful cards into the atmosphere as a high priestess and adding on to the legacy of everybody else's. And like I said, I'm so thankful to be picked for, the initiation, which I actually completed and already won with the universe and the higher ups, not a fake initiation, a real one. So like I said, thank you, makeplanchrist.com. These are the finishing product, and like I said, I have 40 more volumes that are just waiting for you to order. And just go on and log on at www.makeplanchrist.com, and they'll help you there. They'll assist you with my cards. And what we'll do is we'll do a reading, and we'll see what's going on for a certain sign with the Stokes Gothic Oracle. Like I said, I'm a big, I love to research on things. So, like I said, we'll get it started. And we'll use astrology dice. And we have, let's see, we have a Libra in their 6th house. Yep, in their south node. I believe so. So Libra in their 6th house in their south node. We'll see what's being done on you, Libra. So let's get it started. Libra says, or if you're actually the practitioner. So it says Libra seeking balance, seeing both sides of the coin, people pleasing, forcing peace in stressful scenarios, and submissive. Then you have in the 6th house, it says represents health, day-to-day activities, hygienic routines, and can also relate to pet care or co-workers. And then you have South Node. It says South Node of the Moon pertaining to the past, what has already been lived, past karma. It look like somebody's going to be getting some karma soon, Libra, so be looking out for that. I don't know if it's good or bad karma. Just be careful and stay as safe as you can and stay out of trouble. So yeah, it look like Libras could be having karma coming this season. Like I said, with the revelations going on, yep, somebody's a Phoenix rising. So congratulations to me. Congratulations to you, Libra, if you're a Phoenix rising out there. Sometimes you gotta fight back. There's nothing wrong with having a little carry inside you. Okay? Nothing wrong with it. How can you be an alchemist without it? So, like I said, being a high priestess and an alchemist is amazing. And like I said, I don't practice much. I'm already have it by blood, so I don't really have to do much with the ancestors helping me. So I'm so thankful for that. And then we have somebody that was a lost soul, Somebody could have lost their soul playing with magic. This Phoenix rising, so this person could have been a Phoenix rising and lost their soul playing with magic. Being an alchemist. Trying to play God. And the sacrifice for that, this person could have lost their divine feminine. That was the North Star, They lost that person. This person decides to make a sacrifice and kill this woman. Look, and this person's, God is here, most definitely. This person was praying. So this person probably got a reincarnation, even though this person has sacrificed them. This person was a divine being. Look, the other party he had, this person was a member of the coven. This Phoenix rising was a member of the coven and sacrificed this lost soul. They had the power of 3, so this person was definitely a practitioner. And this person could have practiced on somebody if they seen was a divine being. This person became a chanted being in the afterlife. Thank goodness. Look, this person also had had a succubus on the side. A female he was dating and he could have been practicing it. See it landed on the power of 3. So yeah, this person could have been praying on their relationship. This is somebody that tried to sacrifice right along with the power of 3 with the Phoenix rising. Yeah, and this person came out the light of the darkness. See, so the light work to see what's going on. I know I usually read the cards, but I'm gonna read them. Look, see, somebody been doing spellcrafts. Somebody misspelled using spell work, so I knew I was right. Let's see, we have Phoenix Rising. I'm gonna give you the definition now. It says new beginnings. A hooded woman stands within the darkness, concentrating with her hands cupped upwards and her fingers stretched. She summons the phoenix from the flames. A proud animal rises before her, suggesting a new and brilliant start. Every good story has a beginning, but you will find that most likely life are made up of many endings and starts. One cannot exist without the other. For a journey to begin, the phoenix must leave something behind her. If you have drawn this card, you are embarked on a new journey. This could be a physical endeavor such as a trip over land, sea, or by air, but it might also describe the start of a college course, a pregnancy, a house move, or a new relationship. In some cases, it will indicate a new start that inevitably grows from the ashes of difficulty or a challenging situation. If you have not yet begun a significant new stage in your life, then this card could be suggested you are ready to. Phoenix Rising is a deciding card to receive, as well as a call to action. It is a beacon of promise from those who are currently experiencing a dark night of the soul. I say it, somebody is a practitioner. Let's see. And then we have Lost Souls. It says, an angel sits tentatively on the edge of a tomb. His rose she holds sheds a petal. It floats to the floor like a droplet of blood falling from a fresh wound. It is only natural that we experience loss over time. Grief and sadness are the effects of losing those people and things we love, and both need time and respect for healing or growth to take place. However, it is important to remember that not all losses will be life-changing or hard-hitting. It is normal for relationships to unravel over time, or for situations we once invested a lot of effort into to no longer inspire us. If you have drawn this card, loss is significant for you right now. You may be feeling sad about the breakdown of a relationship. Perhaps you're disappointed about a part of your routine that has ended through no fault of your own. Drawing this card acknowledges these feelings, but it also asks you how you intended to move on from them. Although grief is necessary, finding ways to move past your pain is essential too. What does the rose petal represent for you? What loss are you struggling to accept? Understand that your feelings are valid, but staying in the disappointment and sorrow for too long might not be healthy or helpful. Then you have North Star. It says acceptance. The unicorn appears to smile as a young woman tenderly strokes his chin. His single horn points towards a bright star in the sky. This is the North Star, also known as Polaris. This star is one of the most well-known astral bodies. It remains in the same spot above the northern horizon all year, while the other stars circle around it. The North Star is a fixed symbol and does not change. It doesn't rise or set. With this in mindset, the card represents these things that refuse to budge or which we cannot control. Despite being the architects of our lives, there will always be things that cannot be altered. If you have drawn this card, then you are being reminded that not everyone can be fixed or changed to suit. We can't control the weather on our wedding day, for example, or change someone's mind once it is made up. In a reading, you may be advised not to pursue something as it is clearly not working. While you may be in a position to move some mountains, there will always be some challenges that cannot be overcome. Accepting that not every hurdle can be jumped as a sign of maturity and can save you a lot of disappointment. You have Gothic prayer, hope. A woman is cloaked in darkness. Tears gently fall from her eyes, staining her cheeks, revealing her representation of state of despair. Her present state of despair, with the rosary wrapped around her fingers. She brings her hand to her mouth in prayer. Despite the shadows that she finds herself beneath, optimism remains. To receive this message is to remember that there is a light on the horizon. However dark and cloudy your personal landscape might feel at this time, you may have been consumed by work and feel unable to see an end to pressure and demands. Perhaps financial obstacles have weighed heavily on your shoulders, or you become overwhelmed by the problems of others. We all need aspirations. If you have drawn this card, then you are being advised not to give up hoping that yours will eventually manifest. Gothic prayer usually arrives at a time when we are feeling lost and unsure of whether to continue. However, for this very reason, it symbolizes the need to carry on and believe in a better time. Whether you have been down on your luck or simply feeling unmotivated, this card is a beacon of light at the end of the tunnel, providing something for you to look forward to. Then we have power of 3. It says cooperation. 3 wolves take their place around a young woman. All 4 of them are poised and ready to jump into action. The sentence of the Tartaria has been etched into the ground before them, meaning the power of 3. While the power of 3 could refer to the help of the 3 wolves, the woman's familiars, it signifies any kind of cooperation or teamwork. Each member of the group has their part to play. Like the cogs in a machine, things will work less effectively if one of them is missing. If you have drawn this card, it means that the team is of great importance. You may be able to solve a problem or take a new responsibility on alone. But do you have to? Sometimes jobs can be more enjoyable when we share the experience with others. Are you carrying your workload and doing your part? Or are others shouldering responsibilities that you should be dealing with? Or is it someone else who has become lax? The power of 3 reminds you of the strength of the group and not the individual. It is often when we all join together that great success happens. Then you have enchantment. And it says, commitment. A fairy walks a path towards us, stopping within a circle of mushrooms, holding a goblet. She asks if we would like to take a sip of the forest wine. Fairy rings are naturally occurring circles of mushrooms that can be found in the countryside. As the name suggests, they have been long associated with pixies and fairies in many English and Celtic tales. It is said that the rings appear where elves have danced, or that a fairy village lays underground. Many believe that to stand within a fairy ring can bring great enchantment and luck. However, since some advise against this, doing so requires great commitment. If you have drawn this card, then you are being asked to think about how committed you are to something or someone. Are you all in or are you all out? Commitment comes with responsibility and must not be taken lightly. Are you about to sign a contract, enter a partnership, or are you considering taking a relationship to a new level? If so, make sure that you are aware of what your commitment will entail. While enchantment may very well be the reward, it may be more difficult to step out on the fairy ring than it is to step in. Then you have the Lord. It says battle. A confident woman dressed in armor, holding onto a sword, looks piercingly into our eyes. You might think she is an angel at first, but noticing the ice cool dragon perched on her shoulders with his wings spread in front of a red stained glass window, the light reflecting on her sword resembles blood. This card suggests the battle is necessary or inevitable. There will be circumstances when we are called into conflict and must consider the best method of response. In some situations, choosing not to respond or entering into combat is the best course of action. But this card reminds us that there will be times when it is vital for you to stand your ground and fight. The appearance of this card can signify that there is tension in the air. Quarrels and other kinds of non-physical warfare could be heading your way, so donning your own armor, readying the counterattack, could be your best and only option. Unfortunately, we all fall prey to criticism and condemnation from others. The Lord reminds us that there are some disputes we simply cannot walk away from. Light of the darkness. It says clarity. Holding out her hand, a shrouded figure suspected a necklace before our eyes. The light of the pinnacle brightness the dark room, showing every crack within the brickwork and the delicate silver webs. What we could not see before is now illuminated. This card cuts through the darkness and helps you to see clearly. During times of worry or fear, it can highlight a positive sign that is headed your way, or a snippet of new information that will allow you for better understanding of a situation that has been confusing you. If you have drawn this card, it might be time to still your mind and keep alert. Clarity or understanding could be within your grasp if you only open your eyes and ears. The words of a friend, the lines of a song, or a seemingly random message from an unexpected source could provide the answer that you have been looking for. Clarity shines a light into the darker rooms of the existence that are filled with uncertainty. When this card arrives in your readings, know that the situation you ask about will soon become more comprehensible. Then you have Moon Witch. Told you somebody's out here doing spell work. Then it says manifestation. A dark goblet dressed in an ebony robe and with a horned headdress stands between a pair of fierce wolves under a cloudy night sky. She summons glowing symbols that relate to the intense blue moon behind her. Manifestations take time and will not happen overnight. For you to achieve something, you will need to believe that it can happen, and there will be steps that need to be taken. This card does not suggest that we can simply conjure up the things we wish for in seconds. Rather, it encourages us to believe that they can be accomplished through hard work or determination. If you have drawn this card, then you are being called to manifestation, something that is important. The power of belief can turn a dream into a reality, but it will only do half of the job. For example, if you would like to publish, visualize your name on the spine of a book. It is a great way of letting the universe know your intentions. However, your manuscript will not write itself. Let this card inspire you to actively bring your dreams into existence. And that's the message that I have for you. And like I said, I know for sure, somebody's out there doing spell work. Somebody's doing it right now because they think they're a high priestess or some type of high warlock or witch. Call themselves trying to cause an angel to lose their soul because they jealous. And for sure, this person is a divine being. And on top of that, this person has been praying. And they already have the power of 3 within their family bloodline. So this person is enchanted, and the other person, look, the other person that's the karmic is sick. This is that succubus bitch. You know what I'm saying? Lord, excuse my French, but this they weren't hiding behind the veil, acting like they tough, hiding behind baby daddy number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You feel me? Then you have somebody out here that's lighting the darkness. You see, we illuminate this. We bring these witches to the light. Because they be on that bullshit. Because it don't just fall off on me. It fall onto my spouse, my kids, my children. You know what I'm saying? My great-grandchildren, my grandchildren, my great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren. This affects whole bloodlines. That's why you can't be playing with that stuff. So like I said, this is the message for the Libra in the 6th house in the South Node. And thank you for being with us today. And we'll be back with another episode. Thanks and have a blessed one.